In a move that felt like the turning of a cosmic page, Ariana Grande stepped back into the embrace of her natural brunette tresses, a transformation that rippled through the digital ether like a stone skipped across a still pond. It had been 3 long years since the platinum blonde cascade first crowned her head, a stylistic sacrifice made in service to her enchanting portrayal of Glinda in the blockbuster adaptation of Wicked. Now, at 32, the multifaceted artist, singer, actress, entrepreneur, unveiled this evolution on a crisp Wednesday morning, sharing a candid mirror selfie with her staggering 372 million Instagram devotees. The image captured her in a moment of unadorned authenticity, soft brown waves framing a face alight with quiet confidence, eyes sparkling with the mischief of reinvention. Beneath the photo, her caption hummed with playful nostalgia. "It's good to see me, isn't it?" A simple line, yet laden with layers, acknowledgement of the self she'd set aside, a wink to the journey ahead, and perhaps a subtle nod to the personal tempests brewing just beyond the frame. True to form, Ariana didn't claim sole credit for this metamorphosis. In a gesture that underscored her collaborative spirit, she tagged the trio of artisans who breathed life into the change: London-based colorist Francesco de Chiara, whose expertise in tonal subtlety turned vision into reality, stylist Alex Liu, who ensured every strand fell with effortless grace, and makeup artist Michael Anthony, whose touch added the final polish of luminosity. It was a roll call that highlighted not just the mechanics of beauty but the artistry woven into its fabric, a reminder that even icons rely on a constellation of talents to shine. The response from her legion of fans was immediate and electric, a tidal wave of affirmation crashing across social platforms. On Reddit, where discourse flows as freely as confetti at a parade, one devotee proclaimed with unbridled joy, "Finally." Another echoed the sentiment with fervent agreement, "Immediately so much better OMG," while a third waxed poetic on the aesthetic synergy, "This hair color looks gorgeous on her." The chorus swelled, a blend of relief, admiration, and speculation that mirrored the multifaceted allure of Ariana herself. For many, this wasn't merely a dye job, it was a reclamation, a visual manifesto signaling the dawn of a fresh chapter. One commenter, ever the armchair analyst, ventured a provocative guess: breakup hair. A phrase loaded with cultural shorthand, evoking the cathartic makeovers that follow romantic upheavals, the scissors snipping away not just length but layers of lingering attachment. And indeed, the timing of this unveiling couldn't have been more poignant, arriving as it did on the heels of persistent murmurs about cracks in her relationship with Ethan Slater, her partner of now nearly 2 years. The 33-year-old actor, known for his buoyant turn as SpongeBob in Broadway's eponymous musical, first crossed paths with Ariana on the emerald-tinted sets of Wicked in 2022. What began as professional synergy blossomed into something deeper, though not without its tempests. Reports, fueled by insider whispers to outlets like Daily Mail, painted a picture of a romance that had ebbed and flowed through the year. "Ariana and Ethan have been on and off for most of this year," one source confided earlier in the month. Tensions had reportedly simmered to the surface just days before the MTV Video Music Awards, prompting Ethan's conspicuous absence from the red carpet, a decision born of a recent spat. Yet, true to the resilient rhythm of their bond, reconciliation followed swiftly, a pattern of hot and cold, that spoke to the intensity of two souls navigating fame's unforgiving glare. Their story from inception has been a tabloid tapestry threaded with complexity. When whispers of their connection first escaped the soundstages in July 2023, Ariana had only recently parted ways from her marriage to real estate agent Dalton Gomez, a union that had weathered the storms of her skyrocketing career but ultimately succumbed to the pull of divergent paths. Ethan, meanwhile, was still tethered to his high school sweetheart, Lily J., with whom he shared a cherubic 1-year-old son, a family portrait appended by the gravitational force of new love. The ensuing scrutiny was relentless, a media maelstrom that dissected every glance, every joint appearance, casting long shadows over what should have been a private bloom. Through it all, Ariana's blonde locks served as both armor and emblem, a glittering shield against the world's judgments, a visual vow to the character who had unwittingly become her alter ego. Flashback to 2022, and the decision to go blonde was no small affair. As filming for Wicked commenced, Ariana committed fully to the role, trading her signature ponytail for foils that promised transformation. The process was documented in glimpses, a snapshot from the salon chair, shared later as a milestone marker. By 2023 she marked the occasion of her blondiversary with a nostalgic post, revisiting that initial image with the caption, "Happy 1-year blondieversary at Frank Hair Color." It was a light-hearted tribute to endurance, to the way a single choice can anchor an entire era. That era, under director John M. Chu's visionary helm, proved triumphant. The first installment of Wicked shattered box office expectations, amassing a staggering $747.2 million worldwide on a modest $150 million budget, a financial fairy tale that underscored the film's cultural alchemy. Critics, too, showered it with laurels. 10 Academy Award nominations, 2 golden statuettes claimed in a glittering March ceremony. Ariana's Glinda, bubbly yet layered with poignant depth, earned her personal accolades, a performance that blurred the lines between actress and icon, artifice and authenticity. The sequel, Wicked, For Good, looms on the horizon with a November 21st premiere, a continuation that promises to deepen the enchantment while testing the mettle of its stars' off-screen entanglements. Amid these professional pinnacles, the Brunette return feels like a deliberate pivot, a shedding of the sorceress's sheen in favor of the singer's soulful core. Astrology enthusiasts, and Ariana counts herself among their fervent ranks, might see cosmic poetry in this shift. Born under the intense gaze of Cancer's moon, she has long drawn on celestial guidance, her routines incomplete without consultations from apps like Astrology Zone or sessions with psychics attuned to numerology's whispers. The brunette hue, earthy and grounded, aligns with a yearning for roots amid the whirlwind. It's a visual echo of the water sign's depth, a return to the waters that nurture rather than the airy heights that dazzle. As rumors swirl and red carpets beckon, this hair change stands as a beacon of agency. It's not just about color, it's about control, a quiet rebellion against narratives imposed from without. Fans, in their exuberant embrace, remind us why Ariana endures, not as a fleeting pop princess, but as a mirror for our own metamorphoses. In going back to Brunette, she invites us to revisit our own origins, to ask what we've outgrown and what calls us home. The era of Glinda may fade, but Ariana's essence, resilient, radiant, ever-evolving, shines undimmed. Whatever tempests lie ahead with Ethan or beyond, this is her declaration. The show goes on, but on her terms, with hair as dark as her determination and twice as enduring.